flame.
What's going on, everybody? Happy Friday and welcome to another episode of Ask StreamYard. We're doing a live Q&A today. So just post whatever you have on your mind. I might just do a little fun product test demo on something, not sure. But yes, if you have a question for me, post it in the comments with a Q in front. That will help me find your question. So do that. I saw Tim already had a question posted for us. We got all kinds of awesome people in the house. We got Hudson, Florida is here. We got Doggy Traders watching with us, hanging out with us. We've got Connecticut hanging out with us today as well. You were here last week, actually. I'm not even going to try. The arcade people, that arcade thing, that this person was here last Friday watching with us. So we've got Michigan in the house. We got Paula here. We've got Sabino here. We've got, Greg is here. We've got Anna's back. Hello, hello, hello. Happy Friday. Yes, absolutely. It is Friday. So Vicky says happy Friday as well. I'm pretty excited about being Friday personally. We got Bangkok in the house. We got Shelby watching over on LinkedIn today. Yes, we are multi-streaming. We are on LinkedIn. We're on Facebook. We're in a Facebook group. We're live streaming on YouTube as well. So it's actually pretty awesome. Pretty excited about it. So, okay, let me check in on everybody. Walter Strong is here. Did you change your YouTube name? The Huddle with Walter Strong. Is that what your YouTube name always was, Walter? I feel like you changed it. Maybe I'm just crazy. Maybe. I actually am kind of crazy. I mean, I'm known to forget things and lose my mind. The bulb is out again. Do you see my lava lamp bulb keeps going out? I feel like something's wrong with the lava lamp. I just noticed. Dang it. All right. Aw, StreamYard is the best. Thank you. I will let my friends over at the StreamYard know everything, and we'll let them know that we love it. So, all right, let me see. Oh, we got all kinds of people hanging out with us today. So, okay, let's see. What do we got? So I will let you know. Oh, Shelby's watching from North Carolina. Fantastic. Love it. I had the pleasure of living in North Carolina for a couple years. Super fun. Okay, so if you have questions, put a Q in front of your question. You can ask me anything about live streaming, your live streaming strategy. You can ask me tech questions about gear, video, audio, microphones, cameras. You can ask me questions about StreamYard, the platform itself. You can also ask me questions about other things like designing overlays with Canva, whatever you want to do. Last week, we talked about countdown timers. Well, actually, it was Monday. We talked about countdown timers. Yeah, so there you go. So let's see here. Walter says, yes, I changed it to reflect my brand name. Well, there you go. So Walter changed his YouTube channel. I thought you did. I thought you changed it. So I'm just excited that I actually thought of it. Jennifer's here. What's up, Jennifer? Ooh, look at that profile picture. That's fun. Love it. Okay, let me see. I see some questions coming in. So if you have a question, put a Q in front of it for me. That helps me find the question in the comments. So definitely put a Q in front of there, and we will get after it. So let me make sure. I need to edit this sticker. 1 second. I'm going to move the banner to a scrolling banner. How about that? So if this is your first time joining us for an Ask StreamYard episode, maybe you're new to me then. My name is Melanie Dyann Howe, and I am one of the live streaming mentors and partners at StreamYard. So I love StreamYard so much that I was talking about it all the time, and they asked me, hey, why don't you come talk and do some stuff on our channel? So that's what I do. I love it. I love the platform. I love live streaming, and I love what it can do for people's brands, their businesses, their hobbies, whatever, right? I love it. I think live streaming is absolutely fantastic. It's one of my favorite types of content to create. I need to fix something really quick. 1 second. Turn on my hair light. I had to turn on my hair light. Yes, that is a light up above me. You notice the difference it just made. I wish I could change it without having to get up, but you see the difference. Speaking of hair, it's kind of like a little weird today. Went on a walk earlier and it got a little funky. So the purpose of the light above me, which is very scrappy indeed, is to create a different dimension. So you notice that it's called a hair light because it literally is shining down on top of my head, which actually shows more texture, shows the texture of my hair, not just because my hairstyle, but this actually helps you light you up here, which helps you differentiate you from your background a little bit. So it actually creates a little more dimension. That is the purpose of a hair light. In my non-lighting technical terms, that's what I say. That's it. That's what I got to say. There are other people that are much better at lighting. They're lighting specialists than me for sure. So people like my lighting because of the colors. But when it comes to like everything else, there are people out there that are just totally awesome at lights. In fact, Nick Nimmin is one of the, or D Nimmin actually has some great videos on lighting that I absolutely love. So, all right, let me grab some of these questions. I'm gonna start answering some questions because, woo, you guys are bringing them in now. Now you're bringing the questions. Holy moly. I looked away from the comments and holy moly. Wowzers. Wowzers, wowzers, wowzers. Okay, let me get these all pinned and I'm just gonna go rapid fire and I'm gonna start getting after it, right? Okay, rapid fire style. That's what I'm gonna do. Okay, whoa. All right. I love it. Okay, we've got questions coming in and I'm going to get after them. So let me get these all pinned. I'm using the starred comments feature inside StreamYard, which is fantastic. I love the starred comments feature because it literally helps me with this right now. This is fantastic. Okay. Yes, both Nick and D are amazing. They absolutely are. They absolutely are. So Mark TV, I'm going to put you in timeout if you keep repeating your comments, right? So no, this is not a call-in show. I will not be bringing anyone up on screen with me today, but you can gladly and cooperatively listen and watch. And if you have questions, let me know. But yes. Okay, let me see here. I'm going to get to them. I have a lot of questions to get to. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? Let's do it. Rapid fire style. All right. So Tim said, can one go live to a private Facebook group using StreamYard? And if so, how is it done without going public? Okay. So Tim, the easy answer is absolutely yes. So in fact, you can go live in a Facebook group as long as you are the admin of that group or at least an admin at one time when you connect the group to your StreamYard account. So it's actually available on all plans. So the free plan and the paid plans, you can go live in a Facebook group. So you would connect the Facebook group. Again, you have to be an admin of the group in order for it to show up as a destination when you connect your Facebook group. In fact, I know we have a blog article. We also have a YouTube video about how to do this. In fact, I think I made the YouTube video about how to do this, connecting to a Facebook group. Maybe I wrote the blog article. I don't remember. But point is yes, you absolutely can. But when you say, how is it done without going public? So a private Facebook group is not public in general. It's actually private only to the members inside of that group. Now, the privacy settings of Facebook groups is up to the admin. When you create your Facebook group, you are going to make a decision about whether you want it to be a public group or a private group. A private group means no one can see the posts in the group except for the people inside the group. A public group is that you don't have to be a member of the group to see the content posted inside of the Facebook group. So I don't really know what the point of having a group that's public. I don't know. Anyway, but it is what it is. So if it's a private Facebook group, the content in there will be private. It will not be public. It will only be visible to members of the group. So it's already private. You don't have to do anything there as long as your group is private. But yes, you just connect the Facebook group as a destination and you're good to go. You're ready to rock and roll. All right, let me see here. Oh my gosh, more questions coming in. More questions. I love it. Okay, let me grab. All right. Okay. Sometimes you just got to put people in timeout, right? Okay, let me grab. Oh, Squirt Table Degenerates is here again. Haven't seen you in a while. What if you're not an admin? So, okay, then you can't connect the Facebook group to your StreamYard account. Now, this is actually something you can do. So, Tim, let's say, for example, you are a member of a group and you want to go live in the group. One thing you always have to check with in groups is, can you go live? Is the admin okay with it? A lot of people who have Facebook groups don't want the members going live in the group because it tends to clutter the feed. Some people just don't want it, right? So make sure that one, you're not violating any rules. You as long as they're okay with it, you could go live natively using the Facebook app on your phone. So you can go live in a Facebook group natively on the app. Oh, sorry. But to go live using StreamYard, you do have to be an admin of the group in order to connect that group to your StreamYard account. So if you're not an admin, let's say you're a special guest in a group, and they want you to do a live presentation. Well, you can say, hey, I'd like to use the StreamYard platform to go live because I can do a lot of really cool things with it because it's amazing. Can you please make me a temporary admin of your group so I can connect your group as a destination? Once my guest appearance is done, I will then remove your destination from my StreamYard account. Because here's the key. Once you're an admin of a StreamYard account or a Facebook group, you can add the group to your StreamYard account. They can then remove you as an admin, and you actually will still be able to go live to that group. It is still connected as a destination. That is as of right now. Now, Facebook may change their API one day where they're going to, they make you refresh your connection every 90 days, I think it is. Once that 90 days is up, you would not be able to refresh the Facebook group connection because you're no longer an admin. But until then, you would be able to still go live using StreamYard, even though you're not an admin because you've connected it. I know it's weird, it's wonky, but that's the way around it. But again, you have to work with the admin. They have to make you an admin in order to do that. So that's there you go. That's what I got for you. So, so Tim, you're trying to do lead. Yes, this is correct. Anna's right. So Loria's team would need to make you an admin, but I'm pretty certain, if I'm not mistaken, I don't actually think, so I've been a part of Lita, which is called Live Every Day in August, which is what it stands for. And it's Loria Pichutri over at Livestreaming Pros. I do know that they prefer you not to use software when you go live, although I know that some soft applications that are installed on your computer, you don't have to be an admin to connect it because you use RTMP. So I don't know. You just reach out to them and see if they would allow you to do it. They might be able to allow you to do that. So they might let you do it. So, okay, here we go. Okay, so Creative Classroom is adding a perspective here. From an admin perspective, it's hard to know what the live video won't break either Facebook community guidelines or a group guideline. I mean, that is definitely, that is a totally legitimate concern. Again, I think if you have a Facebook group and you're asking a person to be a guest in your content, you need to cover some things with them. You need to go through some expectations. And one of those expectations is you're not going to like come be a crazy person or an idiot and like get my group shut down. I mean, right? So there's that. But there are some things you definitely want to make sure that the people you're asking to participate are not, going to cause any issues. Uh-oh. Do you guys hear crackling? Do you hear crackling from me? Let me know. I want to know if you hear crackling. I hope not, but let me know. Okay, let's see. Yeah, so Anna, she's right. They really want you to stick with the phone or being really native in there. So, okay, let's see. Paula, I didn't pass over your question. Tim's question is the very first question posted that I got to first. So I'm trying to pin them in order. If you ask the question, I'll get to it. As long as there's a Q in front of it, I didn't miss it. Okay, good. No cracking. Sweet. Okay, good. Okay. Clear. Okay. All right. Oh, man. I don't know. Sometimes you just never know. I shouldn't be. Okay. I'm going to keep going. Let me know if there's crazy audio. All right. So Jermaine says, will StreamYard offer multiple language translations for viewers in terms of captions? Also, engagement tools, surveys, Q&A. So the the translations that happen they are the app. So your closed captions are not part of StreamYard. The closed captions are inside the application. So Facebook, LinkedIn, whatever. Those applications, those live captions, those are inside, that's their technology, not StreamYard's technology. As far as adding our own version of closed captions, I do not know if that's in the roadmap. As far as engagement tools like surveys and Q&A, I'm not sure how you would do Q&A. I mean, the way I'm doing Q&A is people are commenting like you did. I'm posting it. I'm answering the question. That's how we like to do Q&A. I'm not sure if you have other ideas. I will say this. If you all have great ideas, don't forget, you can actually submit your feature requests. Go to StreamYard.com/contact. You will see a form there or a button to click on a form, and you can submit your feature requests and give them your ideas and give them why you want it. Like why, for example, surveys. Why do you want the surveys, Jermaine? But no, as far as adding surveys built into the app, I think it would be super cool, like polls and stuff, like live polls. I think it'd be really, really cool. I don't know if it's in the roadmap or not, but it's a great idea that you should totally submit. I think that would be awesome. Okay, that was that question. All right, so Asim says, why is StreamYard so expensive? It's not expensive. It's free. You have a free version of the platform you can use. And then for fancy features, extra features, you are going to pay, because that's like, how would they even operate? How can they pay their employees? How can they pay for their operating expenses? Got to make money. You're a business, right? But there is a free version. So if the basic and professional plan is out of budget, I would highly recommend you check out the free version, because it's very robust. Lets you share your screen, display comments, banners, tickers, all the things. You just can't do custom branding. You can't do multi-streaming, and you are limited with how many guests you can have on and how long you can stream. But it's pretty awesome, actually. The free version has a lot in it. A lot. Very generous. Okay. Let's see. So Paula says, here's Paula's question. She says, why are the bot people always getting into our live streams? That's unfortunate. So Paula, the bots are definitely challenging. The trolls, right? The trolls that are coming around, and it is a problem. I know YouTube is trying to create automated systems to eliminate these things, but it is a challenge. And unfortunately, especially, it depends on the content too. Sometimes certain content, like certain types of channels, depending on what they're talking about, sometimes they attract more bots and more trolls, unfortunately, than others. But as far as why are they always getting in there, there could be a number of things you could try to explore. You could try changing, the titles and descriptions and things, again, because something's drawing them to your channel. But I will tell you this, it's also pretty random. So there's just not a lot you can do. I hate that. But if you use StreamYard, what you can do is right inside StreamYard, when you're streaming with StreamYard, if the comments start coming in and they're not appropriate, you can 100% ban them. You can block them right there. And you can also put them in timeout if you want to. So, and when you block somebody, it will remove their content from their comments. When you put someone in timeout, it doesn't remove their comments. It just gives them a 5-minute break. They can't comment for 5 minutes. Sometimes that's a soft way to kind of let somebody know, like to nudge them to be like, hey, you need to chill. And then if they keep going, then just block them. So that's kind of there. So hopefully that answers your question. Let's see. Okay, so Doggy Trader says, it doesn't seem to be StreamYard, but maybe my iMac. But can you help with connecting a second camera when it is the same make and model camera? Ooh. Okay, so Doggy Traders, this actually, I have heard a lot of people have a lot of challenges when they are using two of the exact same type of webcam. So like, let's say you have two Logitech Brios. When you plug both of those into your computer, a lot of times the computer will get confused and it can't recognize the second one, or you have no way of knowing which one is which. And sometimes it will just, if you pick on Logitech Brio, the one that's first on your list, you click it, it might be the one on the left today, but then tomorrow, when you go to do something and you click on that first one on your list, it might be the one on your right or wherever you have them. But I would honestly search YouTube for this. I have heard this by many people that it is always best to not have duplicates. So for example, a lot of people use the Elgato Camlink capture card and they want to have two cameras. And so they have two cam links, and the same situation can happen there where it will get confused and it will sometimes not know which one's which. And so that I have heard before that if you want to have two HDMI cameras, it's not best to use two of the exact same capture card, because it's the same situation. The capture card is what your computer recognizes. So if you use the exact same model, it will be a challenge. If you run into too much trouble, I mean, I would YouTube this, but definitely you can also try to get on our support channel. They may or may not be able to help you. Sometimes they can't help with too many unique technical issues. They're really great at helping with StreamYard and making sure things are work, but you might check out our live support on that one. Let me check in on comments really quick. You guys are making me busy. You are bringing it to me. You are bringing it to me. So, man, I'm crackling. Why am I crackling? That's really frustrating. Let me just do a quick little make sure we're good to go there. I'm going to do this real fast. Okay, I don't know if that's going to refresh anything. It's probably the software. I'm using the Beacon Mix Create. I don't know. I'm sorry that we're crackling. That stinks. My bad. I hate that. Oh, I could probably change my microphone, but I hate changing stuff like that live. If it keeps, I may change something in a second. Okay. I'm going to pin more comments because, oh my goodness, you guys are bringing it to me. Wowzers. Um, okay, let me get rid of the troll. Done. Okay, I'm looking for more questions really quick. Okay, if you have a question for me, do me a favor, put a Q in front of it. Yeah, polls in StreamYard would be great. I agree. I think it'd be fun. My audio is being weird today. All right, let's fix it. Check, 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 check. Okay, I am bypassing the software, so I'm direct now. Hopefully it sounds okay. Might need to bump up my audio a little bit. Hopefully we're good. Let me know if the crackling goes away. Let me know if it comes back or whatever. Okay. All right, let's see. I am just pinning more comments because you guys are bringing it today. I was here thinking because I forgot to schedule the stream. Did you guys even notice that I just scheduled it this morning? I totally forgot to schedule it. And sometimes when I schedule it late like that, I don't get a lot of live questions. So it's kind of interesting. Okay, I'm going to just have to get faster about these questions too. If you have time. Well, thank you for saying that, Creator Classroom. The crackling is back. Echo crackle. Oh, okay, hold on. Oh, they're live? Somebody else is live? Right. All right. Hold on. Why do we have digital breakup? Huh. I'm on the wave 3. I am on the wave 3 right now, Mike. Hold on. Audio, wave 3. That's what I'm using. Oh, Lord. Let's just see what we got going on here. Hey, you're going to deal with this stuff when you're live. That's the way it goes. Check. Check, 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 check. I can't sing. I wish I could sing. It'd be a lot more fun when I do sound checks. Sounds better. Okay. Sounds good. Okay, I think you guys are saying it's good. We're good to go now? Okay, everybody says it's good. All right. Taking these bad boys off. Wait, maybe that's what changed it. No way. Watch. You guys are about to get a guest appearance. Watch that door. It's about to open. Because somebody's coming for lunch. Okay, all right, let me get back to my questions. All right, we're going up to the questions. Here we go. So, let's see. DWIT 3D Canada says, it's great that we can import our own music to StreamYard now, but is there a way to shuffle several tracks? I told you. Now you have to wave. Okay. But is there a way to shuffle several tracks versus just repeating the same tracks? Ooh, that's actually a really good question. And that's a really good idea. There is not right now. Like, you can't create a playlist inside of the music that's available to you. But that is a really, really good idea to say, hey, I want to upload my tracks and I want it to go through the different tracks instead of just repeating the same song. That's a great feature request. You should definitely submit that onto our website for sure. Okay, let's see. The Salinas report, or the Salinas report, I believe that is pronouncing. Do you recommend Camlink or Canon software for mirrorless camera integration to my live stream? Okay, love this question. So the Camlink, which is in my laptop bag. The Camlink is a capture card that will allow you to plug in an HDMI camera or a mirrorless camera or DSLR camera into the back of it via an HDMI cable, and then it has a USB male, part that goes into your computer. It goes into a USB port that will essentially take your DSLR or mirrorless camera, and it will let your computer recognize that camera as a webcam. And so that's what the Camlink does. Now that Camlink will also go up 4K. The Canon software that the Salinas report is referring to is called the EOS Canon Utility or Webcam Utility app. And you can download it from the Canon website. Sony has their own version of this as well. I believe I think they all do. Panasonic, Nikon, they all have come out with this app that you install on your computer, and it's essentially like a background app. It's not like a piece of software you open and do things with. You just install it and it's there. When you install that and you use that, you actually do not need a capture card. You can plug your camera with the right cable into your computer. The difference that's really important here are two major things. One, well, the first thing that's most important is the quality, your resolution. The Camlink is going to give you the highest possible resolution in comparison to those webcam utility apps. They tend to be a lot lower resolution. In fact, the last I knew, the Canon was like 5 something. It was really low. However, I used it when it first came out before I bought a capture card because I used to have a Canon M50, the first iteration. And I used the Canon web utility app, and it was a significant improvement over my Logitech Brio camera that I was using. So I definitely say it's great. Go for it. It's free. You don't have to spend any money. You just need to make sure you have the right cable. I also recommend that you get a dummy battery for your DSLR camera so that you can plug your camera into the wall instead of actually using the battery. So those are two key elements. But the other thing that's important is the concept of clean HDMI. So clean HDMI means, so for example, if you were to use a Canon M50 Generation 1, plug it into a Camlink, you would actually see in your picture, you would see all the camera settings. You know, like on the back of your camera when you look and it shows you like those, the frame and like the menu options and things, that would actually be your camera, your webcam feed. Now, if you use the webcam utility app, because it's software, they actually are able to eliminate that. So if you have a Canon M50 first generation, for example, you might be better off using the webcam utility app because you don't have to worry about clean HDMI. But if you have the Canon M50 second generation, the 2, there is clean HDMI. So you actually can go into the Elgato Camlink. So those are the things that matter. So it depends on your camera model, what its capabilities are, but you are almost always going to get a better product or a better quality camera feed if you go with a capture card like the Elgato Camlink. So hopefully that answered your question. I know I got really technical there, but those are some really important factors. All right. So Anna says, life happened. I always forget, is it Anna or Anna? I think it's Anna. She said, life happened and I stopped streaming for 2 months. Should I announce I'm coming back or just show up? Well, Anna, I'll tell you what I did. I just showed up. I just created a stream. I did the same thing. I took a break. I tend to kind of slow down, take some breaks in the summer, and I did that. I also had some job changes. I started a new job and it just got a little crazy. It became very difficult for me to continue my regular weekly streams on my channel. So I was like, oh, I'll give it a couple weeks break. And as what always happens is 2 weeks turns into 2 months. And then you're like, oh my gosh, I haven't gone live in 2 months. So just come back. Honestly, schedule a stream, title it something like, let's catch up or whatever. Don't think too much of it. A lot of people may not have even noticed. Just get back to it. Don't overthink it. Don't try to create some big comeback. Anna, actually, if you go over to my channel, the latest stream on my channel is actually, you can watch how I did it. Just go for it. Just rip the Band-Aid off and get it done. I was shocked how many people were live with me. It was great. It was fantastic. So, but don't sit there and try to create some big perfect comeback. Just get back to it. That's my recommendation for sure. Okay. I'm going to learn how to pronounce your channel name, but delusional. I'm never delusional. Oh, you got clever with capital letters. See, it's Delusionals Arcade. Okay. I got it. All right. Can I flip on camera source? Can I flip camera source upside down? I have an overhead camera turned upside down. You cannot do that inside StreamYard. So you cannot change, you can only mirror your camera inside StreamYard. So you can't mirror vertically, but you can now mirror, you can change the way this works. So for example, this is my right hand. You can change it so that, the way this works is when I'm looking at the screen, my right hand is actually on the left of the preview screen. A lot of people don't like that. They'd rather it look like a mirror. And so that throws a lot of people off. You are going to have reverse text if you do the mirrored version though. So always keep that in mind, but you cannot flip vertically. So I would try changing the positioning of your camera. Delusionals Arcade. That's what I would do. Justin says, how do I get hair like yours? A lot of patience and a lot of product. That's what I'll say. There you go. All right. So Jennifer says, when's the best time to play a short intro video? Right now, we start cold with the host introducing the show, then break to intro video. So Jennifer, ironically, I covered a little bit about this last week on Monday, last week's show, which ended up being Monday. I talk about countdown timers and starting a show. Kind of similar concept. I personally don't like the host just coming in right away. Maybe you have like an intro screen or maybe you've got something displayed there for a while before you're doing it. If you do, great. But an intro video can be done in multiple ways. A lot of people have this intro video every time that they start with. It's like 30 seconds long. If you have something like that, I would start with that. If each show has a different introduction, then maybe you do exactly what you have the host come on, do something, and then you play that intro video that kind of like a sizzle reel, and it goes after it. I don't think you can really go wrong either way. I think what's most critical is what happens right when you're live. Is it a static screen? Are you live? Are you doing a countdown? Things like that. That's a little bit more critical. Okay, let's see. Tim says, how often have you gone live and not opened your mic? Not opened my mic? You mean not turned it on? It's happened before. It's definitely happened. Or had the wrong thing selected. It's happened. I mean, and there's been times when I was live for a really long time and didn't notice that that I was muted, basically. Okay, let's see. Next question. Okay, Sandeep says, over the past few streams from StreamYard, I've been getting that low Wi-Fi signal, even though my net connectivity shows 50 megabytes upload speed. Woo, even in Chrome incognito mode with nothing else on. Okay, I need to change my my style here. Go back to bubble. Okay, so honestly, Sandeep, that is a great question. You might want to reach out to our support team. I will tell you that I would say, are you wired in with your Ethernet cable or are you on Wi-Fi? Because even those upload speeds, sometimes I feel like they don't always tell the whole story, especially when you're doing a Wi-Fi test. But you shouldn't be having any issues. I would watch your stream on the back end, and is the quality okay? Does the quality go away? You might want to reach out to our support team. But what he's referring to is when you stream, up in your left-hand corner, you'll see like how long you're live. You'll see your runtime. So like right now, it tells me we've been live for 34 minutes and 33 seconds. It shows me how many people are watching. If you are having a low or weak internet signal, it will show you a little indicator that basically says your internet signal is a little weak. That's just a little bit of a monitor thing that they added about a year ago, actually. So that's what he's referring to. The Creators Classroom says, how can you tell if an audio issue is on your end or the audience member's end if there is no one in the chat? The only way you can do that is to... sometimes what I will do every once in a while is I will actually have my stream, I'll pull my stream up on my phone, and sometimes I'll have headphones and I'll listen to do a check, or I'll like check it there to make sure it's all good. That's really the only way. You have to be able to watch it in another place. Let's see here. Gary, you asked a question about outlining a call-in format. That is actually a good question. I've not done that. The call-in format that the Saturday shows that we do. I know there's a blog article about it though, so you might check out our blog for that. Square Table Degenerate says, any chance that StreamYard will get the ability to dynamic window sizing for participants on screen, like make the windows smaller and bigger? Okay, so I've not heard that this is in the roadmap, but that doesn't mean it's not in the roadmap. I do not know. That is a great idea, though, giving the ability to just add a little bit more customization. You should totally submit that as a feature request over at StreamYard.com/contact. I would definitely do that. That's a really good idea. Okay, Topics with Tyler says, why does... Sorry, I was looking at your avatar. Why does a personal Facebook page have to be on public for the comments to show up on StreamYard? Here's why. If you have your Facebook page set to private, then the reason for this is because when you use StreamYard and you stream to your personal page and you have it, you have your profile setting to be, friends only can see your stuff, or even private, whatever. The reason why comments are turned off is because I can use StreamYard. I can display your comment, and then I can use that. I can download the video and I can publish it somewhere else. I can publish it to YouTube. I can even be multi-streaming, which is really the real reason. So if I'm streaming to my personal Facebook page and it's set to private, but I'm also streaming to YouTube, those people who are commenting on my profile, when they comment, Facebook has that indicator that basically says your comment's private. It's private. But now I'm streaming it to YouTube. That's not private anymore. It's now public on some other platform that I'm not even hanging out on. That is why when you're in a Facebook group, people have to give StreamYard or Facebook permission to send your profile name and photo to StreamYard from the group because of the same exact reason. You're basically saying, I authorize Facebook to share this information with the StreamYard platform. So that's the reason there. It's really it's a terms and privacy issue with all that stuff. Searching the Retire says, I use StreamYard as the platform for lives on YouTube. In the chat, I cannot see who my moderators are. Is there a setting I'm missing, or do I need to sideload the live through YouTube? So yeah, right now, it does not give you, if you're watching on YouTube and somebody is a moderator and they've commented, it'll have a little wrench next to their name. That does not come through to StreamYard. And that is because that piece of data is not being transmitted through the API. So everything that we're able to do with StreamYard is because all the data from YouTube and Facebook is being transmitted through. So if something like that moderator status is not part of the API, that data doesn't come to StreamYard. The other thing that could be happening is that StreamYard isn't accepting that piece of data to display it inside of StreamYard. So I don't know if it's that or if all I know is that it's not coming through the API, therefore it's not here. But you should definitely ask for that, because I do think that would be I also think that now that you have supporters and you have members, being able to see that inside the studio in the comments. So I would be able to say, oh, scratching the retire is, one of our members. Thank you for being a member. Basically means that they're paying to be a member of my channel. Or if I were to say, oh, thank you so much for, by scratching is one of our moderators, whatever. So I agree. It'd be great. Again, submit it as a feature request for sure. So the Matt Cave says, do you know if an advanced version of StreamYard is in the works? I love StreamYard, but for gaming streams, I have to use other platforms, maybe a hardware-driven version. Thank you. So I love this idea. So StreamYard is browser-based. It's web-based. You open up StreamYard.com and you connect everything and you get to create amazing streams. Because of that, there are some limitations. So, for example, a hardware version would be an application you would install onto your computer, like OBS or something else. That would be, another version of a hardware version of StreamYard. I do not know if that's in the works or not. I know personally, I have actually said it would be really cool if StreamYard could take all the amazing things they've done and create a really advanced option that would be a platform you install on your computer. I know that it's really important, and StreamYard is really great about this. They are working to cater a certain type of live streamer, and the super duper advanced live streamer may not necessarily fall into their target market right now. But it doesn't mean that they can't find a way to cater to those advanced live streamers, because they love simplicity. That's why I love them. That's why I started using it. That's actually why I recommend StreamYard to so many people, is because it is so easy to use. You start using it, you have a mouse, you can start creating amazing live streams. With those installed versions, there's a learning curve. You got to you got to learn a lot to be able to use them effectively. And because they are so robust, when something does go haywire, there's a lot more to troubleshoot. There's a lot of things you need to understand in order to diagnose what's going on and what's wrong with it. So there's beauty and simplicity, but there is limitation. I get that. So I don't know if it's in the works, but that's kind of my take on it. That's my explanation. Okay, let me see here. So Una here said, one of my guests has an issue about her screen. If they only solo layout to add to the stream, she can't see herself. So if they're in solo layout, they can't see herself. But if I put on 2-person, they can see each other. So I'm not sure. Una, I would absolutely contact our support team, because they can go through the specific scenario that you're talking about and totally explain to you what's going on there. It's probably a very simple fix. So hopefully you can reach out to our support team and they can hook you up. Anna says, when using the PowerPoint presentations from the StreamYard feature, can you use the motions and effects in the presentation? So what Anna's referring to is you can upload your slides. So when you go to share your screen down at the bottom, you are going to have a slides option. You can basically preload your PowerPoint or your Google Slides or even a PDF into your stream, which will then put it inside the studio where you click through the different slides. However, you will lose animations. So you will lose motions and animations in your presentation. So Anna, when you upload the PowerPoint, it essentially turns them into static pages. So the slides are static. So you can't have this bullet come in first, then this bullet, then this bullet, then this bullet. It's going to show all the bullets. So it's going to turn them into static slides when you do that. So Booze and Chill says, Facebook will not allow you to prep a broadcast unless your wait time is 10 minutes. Will that change anytime soon? So what Booze and Chill is referring to is you cannot pre-schedule a Facebook broadcast within 10 minutes of going live. So right now it is 11:44. If I went to go schedule a Facebook broadcast, I would have to schedule it for 11:55 probably, because I'm already, so you can't schedule it any sooner than 10 minutes out. Is that going to change anytime soon? I have no idea. That's a question for Meta, Facebook, Meta, whatever we're calling them these days. So, Creator Classroom says, when I upload a video clip, sometimes the music gets weird. It's like it speeds up or slows down, like even a short video clip of under 30 seconds. Is there a reason for this? That's a great question. I have noticed every once in a while when I play, here's what I would do. I would delete the video clip and I would re-upload it. I have noticed this before where there's like a video that I had and I knew that it was speeding up because it was actually a countdown timer video. And so it was like, even like the sound was fast and the seconds fast. And I thought, oh, that's just maybe on my end. But then when I watched the replay, it was actually that way. I deleted that video, re-uploaded it, and it was eliminated the problem. It may be something that happens when you upload the video. If you still continue to see the issue, contact the support team and they will be able to troubleshoot that with you. Okay, those were all my pinned comments, but there have been about 60 other comments that have come in since I last was on the live comment feed. So let me check out and get caught up again and grab some more questions because this is fun. You guys are really bringing it for me today. Normally we have over 100 people watching live. Today we don't, but man, those of you that are here, you have brought the questions. And somebody said my audio is weird again. I don't know what's going on. I wish it wasn't. So hopefully it goes away. Don't know maybe my cable needs replugged in. I don't know. Let's see. So Jermaine says, is there a way to play music underneath conversation or putting the music in the background of the speaker? Is there a way to play music underneath the conversation? So in StreamYard, Jermaine, you actually have background music. So even on the free account, when you open your StreamYard studio, you go over to brand and scroll all the way to the bottom and you will see 8 music tracks available to you. So you can absolutely do that. If you want to play music from your speakers and have the microphone pick that up, I don't recommend it. It's not going to be very good quality. And the other thing you always have to keep in mind is any audio, any music you incorporate in a stream, you have to absolutely have the rights to use that music. The copyright bots are very strong. In fact, stronger than they should be. Sometimes they fly when you shouldn't be. But it's really important that you have the rights to play that music. So it's really, really key. Okay, let me see. I'm looking for, I feel like I missed another question. Can you use 2 iPhones for a live? You could use 2 iPhones. I just don't know how you're referring to using them. You can absolutely plug your phone in as a webcam. You would probably want to use 2 different apps. So Pamela, when you use an iPhone as a webcam, you have to use an app. So like Reincubate Camo, Irion, Epoch Cam. Those are just some to name a few, right? you probably would want to use two separate apps so that your computer, like, because I bet you can't use this two phones in one app. So my guess is you'd say use Epoch Cam for phone 1 and then use, Reincubate Camo for phone 2. That's the way you'd want to do that. All right, let me scroll back down, catch some more questions here. You guys waved at Doug. That's hilarious. I'm just now seeing those comments because I've been busy answering your questions. All right, let me keep scrolling. Robin says, can I toggle front to back when live streaming? If you're referring to using your iPhone, yes. So if you're streaming using StreamYard on the phone, you have to go down to your settings, find the camera, and then you would then toggle front to back. It's not a real easy button to find. I do believe they are changing that when they come out with the mobile app, if they do. But yes, you can. It's just a little tricky to get there. Paula says, when we use music that has words to it, YouTube does not like certain music and they flag our videos. Well, if you don't have the rights to use the music, they will flag your videos. So I'm assuming that's what's happening. If you do have the rights to play that music, then you just need to file the claim and they will unrelease the flag. But you can't just play any song you want, truly. Especially, they're definitely going to, if you're playing instrumental music, you might get away with it. But if you're playing music with words and it's like, you're playing some like Beyonce song in your stream, they're going to grab you so fast because they know that you don't have the rights to play Beyonce's music in your live stream because Beyonce's smart and she wants you to pay her to use that. She probably doesn't even do that at all, but you get the point. Okay. Jermaine wanted to know if I was using an audio interface in video interface. I'm not. So my video is going, they're not the same, I guess. My video is going through my A10 Blackmagic Mini. My audio, I was using the Beacon Mix Create. Technically, it's still hooked up to it, but I did change the setting in StreamYard. I am just using the Elgato Wave 3 right into the computer. It's a USB microphone. I will tell you that in my experience, I have found USB microphones to be a little bit more reliable from a latency standpoint. Don't know why. Just seems to be the case with live streaming. XLR microphones sound amazing, but they do come with their own set of quirks. Okay, let me see here. Yeah, maybe I am. It does not tell me that I'm having any internet issues. I don't even have any other applications open. So I don't know what's going on there. Not sure. It stinks. I'm sorry that we're dealing with some digital breakup today. Let's see. Yes. So there's some accolades for Creator Mix. There's also Harris Heller's Stream Beats. There are a number of people out there that are providing copyright-free music. They're trying really hard to provide creators with some great content and some great resources to create great content. Okay, let's see. Walter Strong said, The Huddle. I'm going to say it. The Huddle with Walter Strong III. What 3 tips would you suggest in being able to find a quality live stream moderator? Ooh, great question. I don't have moderators. Actually, I don't use moderators at the time. I should. Mike, if you're still watching, is probably rolling his eyes at me. But honestly, there are a number of things that go into having a moderator. Number one, I think that if you're going to have moderators, you should have them sign an agreement because a moderator has a lot of control. They can delete people, they can block people, they can do all kinds of things. And I think that you need to make sure that you set a set of guidelines of what you want moderated. I think it's really important that your moderators understand what's okay and what's not okay. For example, curse words. Are you okay with curse words in the comments? If you aren't, they need to know that. If you are, they need to know that too, because they may think that it's bad and they delete somebody or block somebody. You might be like, oh no, that's okay. So make sure that you create a set of expectations as well as boundaries, but then I would have them sign something for you as well. But also my thought is this. I think you should review your moderators every few months because once you make someone a moderator, they stay a moderator until you eliminate them. And what if your relationship with them changes? I just think don't forget to kind of go back and refresh them. As far as finding moderators though, I believe there are some, you can pay people to be your moderator, but if you have people that are like super fans and they're really good evangelists for you and what you're doing, maybe reach out, maybe ask your audience, anybody interested in being a moderator, I'll offer you a free membership or a free course or whatever it is that you sell. So, there's definitely some ways there. I definitely would say start with your own audience or go a paid moderator route. I'm sorry about the glitching. I'm sorry. It stinks. I don't know why it's going on. Take that off. Where am I here? Hold on. Can you hear me? Oh. Check. You should be able to hear me now. Okay. I don't know if that made it better. I unplugged it and replugged it back in. I do not know. I'm sorry. I hate it. Do people still wire their laptops with Ethernet cables? When you're live streaming, you do. You should, right? You should. All right. Let me see. Let me see if I can find some questions. Okay, good question. So Illusionals Arcade says, can you use Super Chat on YouTube with StreamYard? If so, how does it look? It actually is going to be a different color. So yes, the answer is yes. So if somebody has Super Chat, when that comment comes into your StreamYard studio, that comment will be green, I believe. It's either green or blue, I can't remember. But it literally comes through and it is a different color. So it's very easy for you to see that you just got a Super Chat. And if you select it, display it on screen, it will also be a different color. So it's even when you display that Super Chat, it's highlighted as a different color for the audience as well. So it's great. I can't give you a sample of how it looks because I don't think we have Super Chats enabled. JV's Hangout says, is there a way you can mute a panel member so they can't unmute? No, unfortunately, you cannot control that. Unfortunately, that's an interesting concept and an interesting idea that could be kind of cool. That's a great feature request, but as of right now, you cannot do that. Richie says, any chance of creating a mobile app so you don't have to use your web browser for Android and iOS? Richie, it's my understanding that a mobile app is either officially on the roadmap or it's being discussed to be on the roadmap. I think it's on the roadmap. I'm not exactly 100% certain, but I always remember just because one thing hits a roadmap doesn't mean it's always going to stay on the roadmap. I have heard talks about a mobile app. I'll just put it that way. How about I say that? Because it would allow for some additional, more custom abilities to do things. Ty says, I haven't been able to get comments on Twitter and I have a paid version, the underneath professional plan. So Ty, this is actually a limitation of Twitter's API. They do not send any comments. They let us stream to Twitter, but they do not bring comments or anything back into the StreamYard studio. So that is a limitation of API's Twitter. So there's nothing StreamYard can do about it until Twitter decides to make a change. So that's something to keep in mind. Booze and Chill, I actually answered this question. I do not know if they will change the 10-minute rule. That's a Facebook thing. I haven't heard anything about it changing. My guess is no. I don't know why. I just wouldn't be surprised if they have no reason to change it, right? So unfortunately, it's one of those things. Let's see. Yes, y'all are bringing the fire with questions. 100%. Debbie J's Crafting Corner says, I am so late. You are so late, sister. You are in trouble. No, you're not. It doesn't matter. That's why there's a replay. It's all good. I'm just glad you made it now. It's all good. Okay, let's see. Okay, so Petty Talks TV says, I get glitches on my stream when I play background music while I'm talking. It does that for a few seconds. What do first say my spiel or hit the play music button? Okay, let me think. Okay, you get glitches on your stream when you play background music while you're talking. The only thing that I can think of that could be a situation here is potentially a resource issue. You may not have enough internet strength to add. Always remember everything you do, playing a video in your stream, adding the music to your stream, adding guests to your stream. So adding a guest to your stream, all of that is going to require additional data to be transmitted. So it's additional data, it's additional resources, depending on what you're doing. If you're adding a second camera, additional resources on your computer, as well as additional data that you are streaming out, pushing out. If you don't have a strong bandwidth or a strong signal, that is going to cause problems the more things you add, like background music. So I would say it's possible that you may not have a strong enough internet. So try making sure you're wired in to your router that's doing Wi-Fi. See if you can get stronger internet speed. That could be the problem. I do not know. It's something worth trying to explore. If that doesn't fix it, then I would contact our support team. They can troubleshoot with you and go through your scenario uniquely and see if they can help you out. Okay, so back to the phone question. Yeah, I think Debbie's correct. I think it will get confused. I think it'll show up and you'll have a hard time knowing which iPhone is which if you use the same app for both of the iPhones. London Bridge bricks. So someone asked about this earlier about flipping the webcam image on screen. Okay, so let me think about this for a second. I would find useful to have the ability to flip the webcam image on the screen. I reviewed the old magazine and it would help me position the camera better. Is this a feature we could have? I believe that you are referring to using the phone. So you're streaming from the phone, and you want to be able to switch from the front-facing camera to the rear-facing camera. And if that is the case, right now, you can do it. It's just a little cumbersome to get to. You have to go down to the settings, go to your camera, and then you will see the option to go front-facing and rear camera. Again, you have to click a few places to make it happen. I do think that, for example, the mobile app, that would be something that they would be able to add as an extra button. But right now, essentially, StreamYard on the phone is a mobile-friendly version of the browser, of the web page of StreamYard.com. It's just a mobily optimized version of it. So they can't add extra buttons or add things because of that. But it's an interesting concept. I believe that's what you're referring to. If you're referring to using a computer and using a camera webcam, then what I would do is I would make sure you're on the professional plan. I would get a second webcam, and you can actually share a second camera. You can literally share two cameras so that you have two cameras on screen and you can toggle between them. That would be a really cool thing to do for sure. All right, I've got time for a few more questions. Let's see. Oh, this is an I have often wondered the same thing. So data is king. I have always wondered how people that do reaction videos with music that they don't get flagged, or people who broadcast live things, like they broadcast things like like there's all kinds of things that people are broadcasting or showing, and I'm like, how are they not getting flagged? I have no idea. Data is king. I really have no idea. Oh, thanks, Creator Classroom. Yeah, smash that like button, as people say. Smash that like button. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, member chats. Super chats are highlighted. Member chats, I do not think are right now, but because that was a newer thing. I think they're working on that, though. I think they're working on that. Some interesting comments coming in. Okay. I see your comment, Square Table Degenerates. Be nice. Be good. Be good. Don't get ornery on me. Let's see. So topics with Tyler says, can someone who has less than 4 megabytes per second in upload speed try to stream in 720 from StreamYard, or should they stream in 480 or lower for best results? Ooh, I mean, hey, if you have to stream in 480, go for it. But the quality is going to be very, very poor. Very poor. It's not going to be good. You better have amazing audio is what I would say, because your resolution is going to be so low that the quality of the video is not going to be great. I will say audio is more important than the quality of the video, in my opinion, which unfortunately we're having crackling today. I can't fix it today, unfortunately, like while I'm live, because I don't know what's going on. I'm not sure what's going on. But I definitely think that you just got to test it. Try it out. I always tell everybody, even when you do those speed tests, I don't think they're always right. I think they're variable. They're not always accurate. Things can change. Here's the thing you want to do. Make sure everything on your computer that doesn't need to be running is closed. Close out all other applications. Close out your email. Close out everything. Anything you have, like maybe Google Drive or Dropbox that are doing background syncing, turn those off. Pause the syncing. Okay, so that's going to take bandwidth. Make sure no one in your house is streaming. Make sure no one's watching Netflix, playing games, doing things like that. Turn all that stuff off. Even turn off the Wi-Fi on your phone and your mobile devices, because every time you get an email and it's updating your email, that's pulling from the Wi-Fi signal. That's something that I think people don't realize or think about, is turning off the signal on your phones too. Turn the Wi-Fi off so it's not using your Wi-Fi. These are all shared resources that are stealing from the bandwidth. So turn all that stuff off. You might get better quality bandwidth, which is going to improve your quality of your stream. So try that first and just test it. See what happens and see what you can do. Mike, I just saw your comment, Mike, about me talking earlier about the moderators. I knew that you'd be getting cheeky on me. So it's funny. Let's see. I know. I hate that my sound is sucking today. Yes, you can use an iPhone camera on StreamYard, Pamela. So we have lots of videos about how to use your iPhone as a webcam. But you can also just go to StreamYard.com on your iPhone, and you can actually stream right there as well. So you can absolutely use an iPhone in StreamYard. So Jennifer says, can you address why comments from Twitter and LinkedIn don't come into the studio? So LinkedIn comments do come into the studio. However, I think if a user on LinkedIn has a particular privacy setting set, or if your event setting is set to private, those comments are not going to come into the studio. But LinkedIn comments absolutely come into the studio. I would prove it to you if I had a recent one from LinkedIn. We don't get a lot. Oh, here's one right there. See, Freedom Patriot Network is commenting from LinkedIn right there. You see the thing. And to answer your question, I do not know. I don't know about Rumble. I have no idea. Okay, so back up to it. So it's a API issue is what it is. So again, if you're streaming to a private or register or whatever type of LinkedIn event, depending on your settings on your LinkedIn, the comments should come right through. They should come right in. They should. Now Twitter, they don't have that in their API. That's not part of their API. So we're not going to get those comments right now. I feel like I'm way behind on comments. I'm like 9 minutes behind right now on comments. Okay. Ooh, good call. So this is talking about not being able to mute someone so they can't unmute themselves. He's saying put them in the green room, which would be putting them backstage. Unless you're on our professional plan, you actually have a green room. Or not professional, I'm sorry, StreamYard business plan, which is a totally different plan. You have to work through our sales team to even get on it. But 100%, he's right. You could put them backstage. However, if you want them to stay on screen and you're just trying to mute them so that there's not like, maybe they have a lot of background noise going on, but you still want them on screen, that wouldn't solve that problem, unfortunately. Noctilon Horror Show says, I am new to content creation and have been 2 months since I created a video. I'm currently making the frame layout for TikTok, YouTube Shorts. at the moment, and I'm working on a project. Should I be more consistent? I would say consistency is key. You definitely want to be consistent. Looks like our buddy Kirk Nugent is watching. He is the king of consistency. I will say that right now, 100%. I'm jealous. He's awesome. Consistency is key because your audience is going to be able to know what to expect from you. They're going to get used to it. For example, SmackDown Outdoors, Doug is here almost every Friday, like hanging out with me. He's always here because he knows Fridays at 11, he gets to hang out with Mel, right? I'm assuming that's what you like to do, Doug, is hang out with Mel. Mike from Never Let the Machine Win, almost always here religiously. When you are consistent, your audience will become accustomed to knowing Fridays at 11 while I'm getting ready to go on my lunch break or I'm sitting down, whatever, I hang out and listen to Melanie talk about live streaming and StreamYard and whatever on the Ask StreamYard show. That's just one example. That's just my show. There are lots of other streamers out there that have very, very, very consistent shows and structure, like our friend Kirk Nugent. Go hang out with him over on YouTube. You'll learn about a ton. But anyway, very consistent. I do think that that's really, really important and really key when it comes to being able to grow your channel and grow your audience. So yes, I would say be more consistent. I mean, I'm always going to tell you to be more consistent. On my own channel, haven't been very consistent lately. Here on the StreamYard channel, definitely trying to be very consistent. So it's very important. Okay. Let's see. Oh, where can you ask for a feature request? You can go to StreamYard.com/contact, and you will see a way to reach out to StreamYard, submit your feature request there. That's the best place to go so that you can get that feature request put in there. So, okay, I've got time. I'm going to take a couple more questions. I want to find some good, juicy ones. Let's see. Some of the questions, can I post in my own chat? Only if you can post in the chat and it will work if it's a Facebook page and if it's a YouTube comment. The other ones don't actually work or go through. It's an API limitation again. Looking for a good, juicy question. Ooh, the Salinas report. Any new webcam suggestions for 1080p live streams? You know what's interesting? So this thing is one of the newest ones on the market. This is the Opal. I have a PC, so I got this sent to me, but I don't have a Mac. This comes with software that this Opal camera, if you go watch a bunch of YouTube videos about it, it looks pretty amazing. But it is junk without the software. I tried it. It's terrible. It's terrible until you open the application up for it. So I think it's a promising camera. I did reach out to them. They said PC is part of the 2023 roadmap. So it comes with software. So you download the software and that lets you essentially dial in the settings. But without that, it was like, I hated it. I thought it was terrible. Another webcam that I think is fun, and I thought about doing, if you guys weren't going to show up with questions today, I was going to do a demo. So maybe in my next stream, I'll just do a demo. This is the OSB Bot camera. This camera is a pretty great quality webcam. It's very comparable to the Logitech Brio as far as quality. However, this camera will follow you around. So if you move around, it will actually follow you. It's pretty awesome. The Opal does the same thing, by the way. I think that's one of the places where webcams are going because they can't really, they're having a hard time increasing the quality, so they're coming up with more features, right? But I think the Opal's promising. It's worth looking into. It's in beta right now. I like the OBS bot. The Facecam, Elgato Facecam is a great webcam that I've seen. I do not own one. I've seen a lot of people that have them and they love them. I think it's a great camera as well. So I would definitely, always just do your research. Always do your research, and heck, go follow watch Kirk. Maybe he's commented. I haven't scrolled down yet, but follow people that are always testing equipment. There are a lot of people out there. Alpha Gaming, well, it's called Senpei Gaming now, which is Harris Heller's channel. He's always testing stuff. I like to watch people who are not being paid. So there's two things that happen. Some companies will send creators free equipment, like the Beacon Mix Crate. They sent that out to hundreds of creators and said, here's a free thing. We want you to try it. Do an honest review for us. So people did their honest reviews. I think that most people in those situations, honestly, are afraid to give it a bad review because they are like, oh, I feel bad. Or for example, Rode microphones. They will send free mics out to certain people. And I feel like sometimes those people are afraid to give an honest review because they don't want Rode to stop sending them free stuff. So I like to find the reviews from people who are truly like they went out and bought it because they want to try it out, or they're like, hey, I'm borrowing this from my friend and I'm going to check it out. Those are the reviews I like to pay attention to because you're going to get raw and real, honest. There are people out there that are just really, really great about this. So anytime you're looking for something, a new equipment, get on YouTube, check it out. Also, the other thing to be careful about is when it is brand new on the market, like the day it goes on sale, you'll probably notice there's a bunch of YouTube reviews online. Those are all people that got an early version of it. And a lot of times those people haven't had a chance to actually put it through the true cycles. So yeah, you turn this thing on, you plug it in and turn it on. It's like, this is really cool. Well, try it. Have you been using it for 6 months and do you still feel the same way? In fact, that's like really, really critical. This Beacon Mix Create, this thing right here. Oh, this guy, which could be causing my audio issues today. I'm not routing the music through, or my audio through that. But anyway, that thing is so promising and so freaking awesome, but it is currently, the software is very buggy and still has issues. We're waiting patiently on it to get fixed. Harris Heller did a review on this thing and talked about how much he loved it. And then he did another review, like said 3 months later, do I still feel the same? And he gave his honest opinion. He's like, I've been using this for X many months. Here's how I feel. Those are the types of videos you want to watch out for. Look for those. You're going to get the best honest opinion on what you want to be checking out. So, okay. I went on a tangent there. I totally went on a tangent there. And if Creator Classroom is going to do a review, you're going to get an honest one. I love it. So definitely. I would agree. So Mike says true reviews take a lot of time. Free stuff isn't enough to cover their time or pay their bills. Yeah. I mean, if they're just plugging it in to do a review for an hour, are they really putting it through the cycles? Doug says the same thing. Very few people actually give honest opinions. And yes, always try to find the after X amount of time reviews. I totally agree with this stuff. So look for those types of reviews when you're going to buy stuff. Okay. All right. Let's see. Hold on a second. I'm looking for a question. I want to do one more question. Dang, I'm sorry about the audio today, everybody. I really hate that. Really, really no fun. Okay. What's juicier, tangerines or where'd it go? I lost it. Ooh, that's a good idea. Sending the free stuff you get to your moderators is a great way to thank them. I totally agree. There it is. Which is juicier, oranges or tangerines? Tangerines are pretty juicy. I mean, they're like really juicy. When you peel them, they like drip everywhere. So I would say tangerines, but I like oranges better than tangerines. Here's how I really like oranges. I really like to slice a good orange wedge. Okay. I like to pour myself Jameson in a glass with a big ice cube. And I like to take an orange wedge and squeeze it in there. And then I eat the orange and then I throw the peel in the drink. And I've been doing that for years and just came out with a Jameson orange. And I'm like, why didn't I think of that? But there you go. That's another fun use for an orange. There you go. And with that being said, I think it's a great day to close out the stream. Great time to close out the stream. This has been fun. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, if you're new to the show, if this is your first time tuning in or whatever, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss a beat. Next week, I will be live later in the day on Friday instead of the normal 11 o'clock time. I am almost certain that is going to happen. So make sure you're subscribed so you get the notification when I schedule the stream. Hopefully I don't forget this time. And we will be live hanging out with you. I will pick a topic. We'll take a deep dive. Heck, maybe I'll give this thing a run for the money and we'll talk about webcams. I don't know. Maybe we will. Maybe I'll try to get my hands on a couple more webcams and we can do a fun little tech talk about webcams. I actually want to do more tech talks. Would you guys like to see more tech talks? Actually, like talk about gear specifically. I personally think that would be awesome. StreamYard does not get free gear. We're not sponsored by anybody. So we can totally give honest opinions, or I have a lot of stuff, so I could probably do that. It could probably be a lot of fun. So as of right now, we don't get anything sent to us for free, but maybe we could. I don't know. But anyway, would you guys like to see gear talks, tech talks? I think it'd be great. You guys always have tech questions, so I feel like it would be valuable to you. I think we should do it. I think we should totally get geeky with gear. Ooh, geeky with gear. Geeky with gear with Mel. Mel gets geeky with gear. Ooh, I kind of like it. I'm kind of liking that. So we should totally do it. I'm seeing a lot of comments about it. Y'all want to do that. I think it would be a lot of fun. So we probably should. I'm thinking that's a yes. Y'all want it. So that's what we're going to do. All right, everybody. I will see you next time. Until then, go have a great day. Have an amazing weekend. And don't do anything I wouldn't do. See you guys.